Oh, hello. Welcome to Lunch with Jewel. I am Jewel Leonard, and I help solopreneurs and artists to show up big and connect with their people. So, today, what we're going to talk about is um, spirituality and commerce from the perspective of can the two coexist? And so, and I think this is a topic that I'm finding because there was I'm stumbling on my words, but there was a video that I had found from a guy that was years and years and years ago. I mean, it's got to be like the 1940s or 1950s or something. His name was Stuart Wilde, and he had a really different perspective on business and commerce and spirituality. And so when I went back to find that video, I couldn't find it. And I didn't even know the name. But then, and this is where spirituality comes in. For me, I asked for the name and I found it. So I finally found this video. And so what I want to share with you today is a very unique but very appropriate perspective on spirituality and commerce, and how it's okay for you to want to be rich, to want to be rich, and to charge what you're worth for what you're doing. So the first thing that he shared that I want to share with you is he talked about increasing your energy. And it's really from a concept of everything is energy, right? And you may or may not prescribe to that, but that everything is energy. And so he says to be successful in a system that's not really designed for you to be successful. I mean, he goes into a lot about the way the system is designed and the environment, the context of being an entrepreneur in this place. He goes into a lot of detail about that. And if you want the video, then message me and I'll send you a link to the specific one that I'm referring to. But he said that in order to really be able to excel in this environment, you have to increase your energy to a point. Like he gave an example of imagine yourself, you're in a body of water in a swamp thing. He gives an example. The swamp thing has grabbed you by the leg and he's pulling you underwater and you can't breathe. And he said, you have to want it bad enough. It just like you would want to breathe and fight, just the same way you would fight to get above water away from the swamp thing. That's how bad you got to want to be successful in your business. That's how bad you have to want it. Not like playing around with it, not like, oh, it would be nice, but really just like, okay, I need to breathe. I got to make this work. So that's the first thing, is that you have to increase your energy to where it's that important. It's that important. And then he says, once you've gotten your energy, you have to understand that all of developing and creating and acquiring money, like there's more than enough money to go around. Everybody will be millionaires if it weren't for the system that exists today that has a lot of money in one area, a few families controlling everything, and they dictate most of everything there. So you can either try to buck up against the system or you can work within the system. And so the way you work within the system, once you've increased your energy, is you have to understand the fundamentals of energy in commerce. And this is from a spiritual perspective, your energy. So the way you develop this income is through service. And the concept is that when you are in business or you're an artist or you're doing whatever it is that you do to take your creativity and channel it to others, is when you're doing that, you're loving them. That is a form of love. When I, was looking for someone to get the branches up from my backyard, I felt unloved because I could not find anybody who would be willing to do it for less than a big old sum of money. And so I did wind up getting a chainsaw and a friend helped me. But the point is that you're loving them by giving them the service. If you need your refrigerator repaired and you find someone who repairs it for you, then you exchange money for that service. They're loving you by even being there available to provide the service. So you have to get past this feeling of, I don't want to charge, or, you have people around you who don't want to pay. It's like the only place that you're going to get money from is from the people who are here. And so if you're surrounding yourself with people who don't have money and can't pay you, guess what? You're not going to make money. But if you develop your energy to the point where you understand that it is service and you approach your business from a position of service. And what I mean by service is getting underneath the people and really, really loving them with your service. he uses the term subjugating your ego for them, and whatever it is that they need you to do to help them with the problem that you're solving, then you do, and you be willing to do it. And so you're giving them the service. Your service, the energy that you put into your service, is loving them. Okay, so you're loving them by giving them your service. You're loving them by helping them to accomplish what they're trying to do. And so in exchange for that, they love you back with what? Money. Right? You know, if you're trying to help somebody and they're not giving you, they don't want to pay you, they're not loving you. They're not loving you back. So you got to find somebody that's going to love you back, right? So the key was with one. So we talked about one, increasing your energy so that you want it so bad that you're willing, to do whatever you need to do, like it's for survival. Two is get up underneath the people that you're serving and really serve them. Come from a position of service. And if you're really delivering your business from a position of service and not from a position of just trying to get money, then you charge them whatever you want, whatever it's worth. I'm not saying that you gouge people, but you charge them what it's worth, and you expect to be paid what it's worth, not less than what it's worth. Okay? If that makes sense. And then so basically when he's kind of summarizing, he says the three things is, one, you need to understand that serving is energy. Okay, money is energy. So in the spiritual world, there's an exchange of energy. You serve someone, and in exchange for that service, there's money that's exchanged. I serve you, you give me money. I serve you my energy, and you love me back with your energy that's in the form of money. That's a fair exchange. And then he said the third thing you need to do is get organized and be organized, because you don't know. Once you raise your energy, people are going to be drawn to you for many different things, but people will be drawn to you. And he actually said that when you raise your energy and people are drawn to you, you need a way to bill them. So you need to bill them. But he also said that they don't always come to you just for the thing that you're doing. Sometimes they may come to you for companionship. Sometimes they may come to you for, support. Maybe they need healing. You don't really know the reason why people are coming to you. And so that's kind of the spiritual aspect. If you're in the business of being in commerce and you're serving, you're doing everything from a position of service, then you're helping people in ways that you don't even know how. So he says, one, you understand that to serve is energy, money is energy, and to be organized means you need to look at your business and say, how can I best serve these people with this business? How can I be organized? And organized means getting into the mind of your customer and understanding what it is you need to be able to properly serve them. How do they get on board? Is it simple to do business with you? Do they want multiple ways to pay? What types of mechanisms will help them to make it easy for them to do business with you? That's the organization part. And I think that a lot of times as business owners, or even if you're a creative artist who is doing different things to sell what you're producing, we don't really think it through. At the beginning, we just say, oh, I think I'm going to sell some stuff. But you really need to think through, okay, how are they going to interact with you? How are they going to pay? What are they looking for when they're looking at what you do? And then make sure that you are loving them by being organized and having processes and systems in place where you can properly serve them. So I thought that was tremendous. I mean, I thought it was a really good perspective on being an entrepreneur, being a person who is in commerce, and the spiritual aspect, because to serve is to love people. And when people pay you money, that's loving you back. Okay. So you're not just out here serving for free, just saying here, being, it's an imbalanced energy exchange. If you're out here giving away all your time, giving away all your energy, giving away all your love, giving away all your skill, all your beauty, all your everything, and you're not getting anything back, you're not getting paid, that's imbalance. That's an imbalance in the energy exchange. And if the people that you're dealing with don't want to pay you or can't pay you, then you need to be in an energy exchange with people who have the ability to exchange energy with you. And then once you have all the resources that you need, then you can go help people do whatever you want with it. So anyway, so that's what I wanted to share today. 3 things from Stuart Wilde on the mastery of money. 1, you have to want to succeed. And I think I've heard Eric Thomas or something say this. I got it, but I think he got it from Stuart Wilde. You have to want it so bad enough to want that you want to breathe. right? Like the Swamp Thing is holding you down underneath the water and you're fighting to get up. That's how hard you need to fight for your business. Secondly, that understand the dynamics of energy in service, and that is that serving is an energy of love, and money exchange, paying for services, is also an exchange of love, right? And so you want to have a balanced exchange. And thirdly, you need to be organized. You need to subjugate yourself to your customer, get into the head of the person who is your customer, and understand what is it that you need to do to properly serve them so that they want to and feel good about doing business with you. So that's what I wanted to share today. I hope it was helpful for you. If it's helpful, then definitely share the video and comment below. And I will talk to you next time on Lunch with Jewel. Bye for now.